Okay, I originally was not gonna make a video about this. Ever since I posted it on Instagram, everyone's been messaging me like, yo, make a video about it, talk about it, how was it, stuff like that. And if you've seen the title of this video, you know what I'm talking about. I finally met Scarlxrd last weekend. I met him 2 days ago in Brussels when he was playing his show. It was from the Doom Rising tour, you know, the hoodie that I'm wearing from that tour. It still blows my mind, like, till today, like the fact that I met him, because he's such a nice guy. I didn't want to make like a video just talking about that because, you know, I don't want to like bank on the fact that I met Scarlxrd. But I figured since I mentioned in one of my other Call of Duty videos that I was going to do the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 camo grind because I'm a fucking idiot, I'm just going to do that while we talk about it. How did it all happen? It's actually, like, if you've been sub to the channel for a while, you know that I've done a lot of videos on Scarlxrd. I've talked about him in other videos that have nothing to do with Scarlxrd. I've talked about him in the Trap Metal is the Future video. I've talked about him a lot also on social media, not just in my videos, you know, show him in support everywhere. The first time I heard something from Scarlxrd that he actually talked to me was when he commented on my Dead Rising live stream video, you know, where we did a deep dive in the whole Dead Rising movie, where he commented like, yo, thank you for checking it out, really appreciate it. That's fucking sick. You know, I was already a huge fan at the time, and that's the moment when I thought to myself, like, damn, I really want to meet this guy. Like, if I get the chance to meet Scarlxrd, I'm gonna do it. What happened after that is basically, it's very simple. Like, I just kept making videos on the ATV2 album and then some singles in between, stuff like that. Did some of his older tracks. Obviously, I always post on Instagram, or almost always post on Instagram when I upload a video. And I always tag the artist, you know, if it's Scarlxrd, I'll tag Scarlxrd. If it's Suicide Boys, I'll tag Suicide Boys. If I do Ghostman, if I do any other band, doesn't matter which artist it is, I always tag the artist in my story post about the video. And he would like the story. I asked him to do an interview. You know, I asked him to do an interview like a few months ago already. I think it's like almost 6-7 months ago that I texted him. Like, yo, do you want to do an interview for this show that I have on YouTube? It's called Beyond the Rift. You have some metal influences. You want to do it. He never responded to that in first instance. You know, it's because he's super busy. Like, I've seen it this past weekend, how he is and what kind of person he is. And he's not going to reply instantly every time. So one day I was doing a live stream and I just uploaded a Scarlxrd reaction and posted it on my Instagram story. And he liked it and he replied to the story with, yo, thank you for checking it out. Oh, by the way, I'm down to do the interview if you still want me to. Well, I was like, fuck yeah, of course I want you to do the interview. That was like the first time I had an actual conversation with him about like, how are we going to do it and when do you want to do it and stuff like that. And he then told me like, yo, I'm going to get back to you about the interview. I'm just in music releasing mode. This was like in the middle of him releasing ATV2. And so I'm like, yeah, fine, sure. Like, just get back to me whenever you got the time. Just focus on your music. It's most important. And he really appreciated that. Fast forward a few weeks, he starts posting about the tour, you know? Starts posting the trailer, doing the tour dates. And I commented on one of his posts like, yo, see you in Brussels, fam. He liked that comment. I was like, okay, nice. He knows that I'm coming. And all of a sudden, he texts me, yo, are you coming to the show in Brussels? Like, we gotta meet. I'm like, I'm flipping out at this point. Like, I'm so over the top excited. I'm like, oh my God, this isn't happening. This isn't real. What the fuck? I'm like, oh my God, yes, please. Yes, I want to meet you so bad. I would love to hang out. This is gonna be amazing. And he's like, all right, I'll get in touch with you when we're to a closer date to the Brussels show and we'll get everything set up. I'm like, fine, yeah, sure. So I don't hear anything from him in like the week leading up to the show. And then the day before the show, because I spent 2 days in Brussels, I stayed the night in a hotel there, literally next to the venue, which was amazing. I arrive at Brussels, I check into the hotel, and, you know, I'm like, I'm just going to let him know that I'm here. And I sent him a text like, yo, fam, I'm in town, staying at the hotel next to the venue. Still want to hang out, just let me know when to meet up, and I'll be there. And about an hour after I send him that text, I get an Instagram notification. Scarlxrd liked your story and has sent you a message. I open the message. He says like, yo, I've been traveling all day. I've been super tired. I got to sleep now, but I'll let you know when I'm at the venue, then we'll hang out. But at this point, I still couldn't believe I was going to meet him, you know? It was still like kind of a fever dream. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, I'm actually gonna meet one of my favorite artists ever, you know? So I'm just at the hotel, right? I already checked out the venue, so I know where I had to be. I went to buy this hoodie, and all of a sudden, I get a notification. He's like, yo, I'm at the venue. Let me know where you at, and I'll send my security to pick you up. I'm like, hold on, what? And I just get ready. I go to the venue, send him a text, yo, I'm here. Where should I wait? Like, at your merch booth or at, like, the streets? And all of a sudden, I get a text, and he's like, yo, head to the merch booth. I'll send my most attractive security guard to pick you up. He wasn't lying about that, by the way. Like, the bodyguard that he had with him, that man was attractive as hell. So I see this huge man walk out of the backstage. And he points at me, just does his thumbs up. It's like, is it you? I'm like, yeah, it's me. He greets me, shakes my hand, is like, yo, how you doing? I'm like, I'm fucking shaking, man. Like, and then like the coolest thing happened, because like the security guard told me like, yo, Scar showed me some of your videos, you know, playing guitar and shit. Like, that's pretty cool. I'm like, whoa, hold on, what? Like, Scar showing you my content, what? So all the way to the backstage, I'm just shaking, and he's just looking at me like, yo, are you good, bro? And I'm like, I'm good, I'm fine. I'm just like so fucking excited. And we walked out like behind the stage. There's like a long hallway, and there's like a bunch of rooms on the side, you know? And all of a sudden he stops and like, here it is. And I walk in and I see this massive, but like massive, attractive black man named Scarlxrd, and he immediately shakes my hand and just pulls me in. I hug him. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so happy to meet you. Like, I think I was this close to actually crying, but I didn't, because I was so excited at the same time. So we started talking, started chatting about a bunch of stuff. I found out that Scar is a huge roller coaster fanatic, because the first thing he asked me about was like, yo, have you been to Six Flags here in Belgium? Was like the first thing that he asked me. I'm like, yeah. Like, is it good? I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good. Like, his reaction was priceless. Like, yeah, we don't have the bus, so we can't stay here. I wanted to go to Six Flags, man. I wanted to go ride some roller coasters. He was like all upset that he couldn't go to Six Flags, which was like the cutest thing ever. So I just told him like, yo, come back on a holiday. Just go to Six Flags then. You know, Belgium's a nice country. Just come back for a holiday and go to Six Flags then. He's like such a nice guy. He's such a sweet guy. We talked about like Dead Rising. How apparently that album was written in a week, which is fucking mental. Like, and then obviously in the backstage, it was Scar, and then Gina was there as well. She's adorable, by the way. Like, his photographer, I forgot his name. I'm so bad with names. Someone else was also there, and if you're a fan of Scarlxrd and a fan of Doom Life, you might know him as well. But Max from MXDVS was there as well with his gang. Max had like this whole outfit package for Scar. Like, if you've seen Scar's post about the Brussels show, there's like a picture where I'll put it in here somewhere. There's like a picture where he's wearing like a ski mask with bolts sticking out of it, and that's like one of Max's designs. So we just had like 2 care packages, one for Scar, one for Gina. And then we just hang out backstage, just talking about random shit. Scar was like telling some stories about like the tour so far. Then Max and Scar were talking about like, you know, the business and clothing and shit. So cool to see him in like a non-music setting. He's so down to earth. He's super chill. Like, he's one of the most humble and nicest human beings that I've ever met. The only negative thing about Scar is when he talks really fast, you don't understand a word what he's saying if you're not from Britain. Because the accent just takes over. But other than that, yeah, man, he's a legendary guy. I'm so happy it happened, bro. Like, I still can't believe it. Like, at this point, like, I have the backstage pass hanging in my living room. Unlike Scar has Satan's head hanging in his living room. I just have the backstage pass. It's a memory that I'm going to cherish forever. Like, I'm never going to forget that moment. The fact that Gina was also there, which was really nice to see, like, the interaction between them. Like, instead of, like, the silly Instagram stories that they're doing, like, the genuine interaction between him and Gina. It's so nice. It's so nice to see. One of a lifetime experience for sure. Well, maybe not one of a lifetime, because if he's coming back to Belgium, you can guarantee that I'm going to meet with him again. I don't care what I have to do. Like, if it's possible, I'm meeting him again. 100%. Such a nice guy. That's kind of the story of how that went down, how it all happened. Now, on a whole other note, when it comes to this camo grind on Black Ops 2, I'm not nearly as far as I wanted to be. I've been playing for a week, and I haven't been getting anything done. But that's a subject for another video. Hope you guys enjoyed this little story time. I'm just happy that you guys are just as excited as I was when meeting him. All the support on like the socials, the YouTube community tab where I posted a picture. Like, it's so nice to connect with you guys on that level. So thank you all for that. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.